That's that Winter
I'm
is
gonna make
Coming
out
show,
with
isn't it?
technician, not you.
Oh. Can I watch?
What?
Hmm?
Maybe.
I like to take notes. Leave it to Ethan to get us deeper in bullshit. I like it. I mean, except for the
It
smell
happens.
and the stickiness.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, there's nothing about bullshit that I like. Now, slime. Slime is a different thing. A little sticky, very slimy, goopy. Sort of stick to your ribs kind of slime. Like
I'm
a
gonna just
good
walk in
grits.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go walk in there, and I'm just gonna walk right up in front of technician and just go.
Is that... Children. I work with children.
Just a wee bit.
I believe for 3 minutes. Oh, we wait on them. Yes.
Yeah,
You know what? A nice, like,
sec.
cappuccino machine, maybe. Some finger sandwiches. Oh, I see. All right.
One sec.
Yes, tentacles. Literally, 5-minute elevator ride from the lobby. And you can't play around with the buttons then?
Sorry, I'm trolling. You know I'm a troll.
I see.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you. Ah, technician, darling. Did you leave the tentacles out just for me?
Point. But we still want to have the seats.
Oh, I see.
If you want to see it so badly, visit me personally later, maybe. Anyhow, take your seats.
Don't mind if I do. Really? Oh, I see how these work. Okay. Plush.
I gotta say I'm disappointed. Not necessarily in Garden, but in you particular, Ethan.
How so?
Well, as somebody that is supposed to hold a lot of responsibility, she's quite careless.
And how do you suppose that?
Recently, first off, let's start with the simpler things. Recently, one of our properties was destroyed again. Something quite important. A file of some sort. That's all I can say about that. Well, we have to believe that you have something to do with it.
And how do you come to that conclusion?
We found a piece of crystal on the site, and with comparing that with several videos and other data we've gathered from somebody who was very much trying to hide himself, Unless, of course, you can prove to me that this is not on a part of your crystal and it has to do with somebody else who has the exact same body composition as yours.
Actually, I do.
Enlightened.
There are plenty of other Agarthans that hail from the Dark Aether who inhabit these same crystals that I do. Of course, all of ours varying very differently from each other. May I see
Please
the
tell me
sample that you
more.
retrieved?
As he holds your crystal slots in his hand. Could you tell me more of these beings?
Well, Agarthans, they are warriors from the Dark Aether. They are on the side of our Lord Janus. Janus is currently off in a war fighting his brother.
And what do these supposed creatures have to do and with my things?
I am
You're not
unsure.
gonna tell me that they are mercenaries that are able to be hired by low-level gang members to destroy government property. Well, not government property, corporation property.
Of course not.
I don't.
The Agarthans are... How do I put it? They don't care for the quarrels of Red Bloods. They're currently fighting a war for the safety and sanctity of their home. They're fighting tooth and nail and skin and bone, everything that they have. I am unsure how a shard of Ethereum... Yes, I am unsure how a shard of Ethereum appeared in your establishment, we'll call it. However, I can assure you the usage of Ethereum is not only kept with me.
Very well. I'm sure the
I have
officers
seen-
that are present will have something to say about it.
I have seen and... I have seen and read reports of other individuals, such as humans, any other humanoid type figure, maintain control over Ethereum. However, not for long. They don't have the same control over it as I do. And from the looks of it, that Ethereum shard is completely dead.
What are the chances?
My Ethereum does not shed. It does not die.
And what are the chances of it being left over from the war? There has to be some of those pebbles here and there, yes?
Forsaken, the brother of Lord Janus, as simply put, the evil side leader, he likes his games. He likes to open portals in random places to distract forces and bring them around. It is very possible, I do agree, it is strange, however very possible, that a shard of Ethereum was left by chance in your establishment.
By chance.
By accident.
Absolute chance. Funny.
There are many reports of this. I do have them if you would like to read them, of Ethereum outbreaks on different planets, different continents.
No, thank you. Well, we'll take that matter another time. There's another issue I'd like to discuss with you. I've heard of your ways of making magic with paper. Your arts are quite admirable. But could you please explain to me why I found one of those snippets of paper hidden away in my office recently, after you left?
Ah, yes. You see, since I am the... Well, I don't want to sound egotistical, I did create papermancy. It's not a perfect art. It is still flawed. It is very unrefined. I'm still trying to figure out myself how to utilize it perfectly.
You know,
I shed.
I could sign this as an assassination attempt, right, Ethan?
Well,
I'm
that's
aware.
rather.
However, I would like to formally apologize for this incident because I do happen to shed my paper. It is second nature for me, almost. My body turns into paper, and paper turns into my body. I sometimes lose control. Sometimes a piece of paper or two will fall off of me. I would say I shed around 100 or so pieces of paper per day.
Get
Just,
that under control, please.
I will try.
Especially in my office. I know what you can do with those shedded pieces of paper. I do not take kindly to that.
I do apologize.
Your explanations are acceptable, or no? But there are still some issues. We have identified several of the people that have been very active in trying to oppose us for no particular reason. So you still want them to be delivered to you?
I would appreciate it. Would you be so kind as to enlighten me as to an example or two of these individuals?
I'm sure you'll see them in due time.
Are they currently in your custody?
No.
I'm just making sure, because the whole due time makes it sound like you might be keeping them captive. But that's good to hear.
I'm counting on that they're gonna try it again if they get the chance. Oh, very well. Although the conclusions are less than what I'd hoped. It might also be better that I do not have any reason to pick a fight with you all. I was still very interested in what you do.
Who,
I'd like to
me?
discuss that sometime.
Oh,
Yes.
of course, absolutely. Still waiting for that tour.
I haven't had a lot of time to set up more normal tours given the fact that a lot of things got destroyed in Ravenstow recently.
I see.
Excuse me for that. Still setting up the proper defenses. We're doing some testing runs now.
I like a good
Let's say
demonstration.
that,
Expose.
a good demonstration.
Oh yeah, testing runs.
No. I'll prepare a testing round. Show you something that we can do. But for now, I'm hoping that our tests are properly done now, because if they are not, well, there might be some accidental deaths. And that is something that we do not want.
Of course.
So we'll keep doing tests and runs. Especially for that little fairy one. Don't want the new one to take the toy away. Sorry? Am I...
Little fairy?
Yes, fairy.
Color.
You seem quite interested, Sir Ethan. Information comes at price. Color.
What color is this fairy?
What? How many fairies do you know, Sir Ethan?
Plenty.
Mm. And it could be plenty of colors. What's it to you? Hmm?
It's worth the safety of my district.
Oh, well, let's say hypothetically, I'd say the color is green. How much would say that? How much would that say to you? Like green with a little yellow. Quite the fashion sense. Hmm. It'll be fine. Although, seems to be a problem. Is Sir Ethan alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
Although, would advise to stay away from that fairy.
I did some hypothetically. This sounds like a threat now.
No. I am simply trying to keep your best interests in mind.
And hereby I will keep my interests in mind. If you know
The
this
connections of this fairy,
fairy, Ethan, I don't care
hypothetically,
what your connections are with you. If you know her,
I am not stating
Far
any
away
of
from
my
my
connections
things.
with her. I am stating the connections that she has in general.
okay. Well, if she doesn't have any direct connection with you, and she goes on my territory, I don't think it is anything of your business or what I do to defend it.
My concern lies with the extra damage caused to your facilities if harm is brought to her. I do not want to see your
Is
facilities.
she that strong?
No,
Or
but
are
the
you
connections
certain of-
that she has are.
Okay, she has connections, you say? I think I might be able to make use of these connections if I were to imprison her for her crimes. I could talk with some people, get it all according to the law. I hear people in Guardian districts do have lovely cells for like more of mage types. Mystical fairies are included. I mean, that is if the other one doesn't get to her first. Am I? Oh well.
X, this is getting dangerous.
What is the current state of Garden District, actually?
Recovering from the recent attacks from the fire starters. We are trying to quell their forces and keep them underground so that they don't keep taking territories above ground where they don't belong.
I wonder where these fire stops came from. Is it just a territory expansion? Is the underground too small for them now?
Check your
Why
attitude,
are they blowing
dear.
up?
We know the reason behind them. They were provoked by a third party.
Oh,
And we are trying
that's not
to
serious.
quench their flames.
It's simply
and
like
keep
any
them
other
calm.
district. Every district has its gangs.
Yeah, certainly.
I'm sure you've got your hands full with the scrappers. As low tier as they are.
Oh dear, there's lots of them. To be fair, both the Scrappers and the Maelstrom seem to have it out for us very much so. They seem to be almost obsessed with what we are.
Simply fighting for territory.
Oh, they're not fighting for territory anymore, it seems. They are fighting to just gain us. To scrap us, we are walking treasure boxes. Into the maelstrom, we are walking path boxes.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, that's fine. We deal with them how I should deal with them.
Of course.
Any captured are being sent according to law to certain spots designated by others.
I'm sure a couple get
But
caught in the
I'm not being
crossfire.
paid to get rid of the... I'm not getting paid to clean the streets. But it is funny, although it is a small game, we seem to have a lot of trouble with the Valentes. If those tell you to say anything to you. Got a funny view of red and blue.
I know a few members from the Valentes, but I'm not directly associated with them.
Good. I take to have a negative opinion of you because of your friends. Anyway, we will deal with them in due time. How goes the council selection, actually? There's a lot of rooks about that, too.
We're working on finding a suitable replacement, if the occasion arises.
How humble. Well, I hope that goes well. I have small talk on my end. Any questions, anything you want to talk about while we're here?
None from me.
None. Oh. I got a small message.
Oh, it was important enough to get a reaction from you.
It was intriguing.
Intriguing enough to interrupt your meeting, of course. But, small talk.
It's not much of an interruption. That's why I hate to, just take your time for two small things.
Well, I have no small talk questions for a meeting like this.
Very well. Oh, this went smoother than I hoped. Well, I've got nothing further to talk about.
Unfortunate.
That is fine. Oh, yes.
I was just waiting for what you were saying next. I mean, you did invite us here, so...
Refrain from dropping. I invited you here because I had suspicions that I wanted to get cleared up. Because if those suspicions were not cleared up, I would have banned Ethan from ever talking to us again.
Aww. That's boring.
He'd still be welcome. Not him.
Good.
I do not take kindly to people who take my hospitality for granted. So barely give any. But that is fine. Seems everything has been talked out, right? We will deal with our problems. If we capture anybody that we know of, that belongs to you, well, if we capture anybody of the group that went and destroyed a bunch of our stuff recently, we will be sending them to you. And of course, we talk about compensation after, which probably will be covered by you, right?
I will cover from my own personal expense.
I wouldn't want to dig into the garden district expense for that. You've enough to be on your plate. And about the message, it was just something very small. It was the market price on fairy dust in another town. Only the wings are quite a lot worth when you grind them down into dust. But with that, I think this meeting is over.
And that is what I was waiting for.
Understood.
I wish you very safe travels home. But
Thank you.
do be careful. As nosing in people's business, as you probably already know, can lead to burns. Just a general warning.
I'm simply heading back to the space station.
Oh, space station, indeed.
Oh, yes.
Has been very active recently, which is funny.
Yeah,
Watch out. That was me.
oh, didn't have your own sensors checked. In a joking way, of course, dear. If you ever need anything to calibrate your sensors on, just call me. Drat, I don't think you heard me. Go ahead and relay the message to your boss that if he ever needs anything to calibrate his sensors on, just you can give me a call. Excellent. I'm going to wait until we get off of property to call you a fucking idiot. He's probably listening to us right now.